Are you feeling like you're being crushed by the weight of the world? Are you finding it difficult to concentrate? You're feeling guilty. You're feeling extremely guilty. Some for things that you know, or things that you just have this feeling of guilt. Are you feeling this apathy? You don't really care about anything anymore. You just don't have hope. You are just so you just lost general interest in life. Anything that wants to happen, let it happen. I really don't care. You don't want to be part of anything anymore. You have socially isolated yourself. Are you in this category of people who have lost hope? You have lost interest. You just want to be alone. Sometimes you can't even sleep. Sometimes you sleep too much, because what's the use waking up to this nonsense world out there? So are you in this category of human beings right now and at this moment? So it might interest you to know that these are signs of depression. So these are signs that you might just be stepping into that world of depression. So it doesn't take maybe one event to begin to feel depressed or be depressed. So it can be a series of events that lead towards to a person entering depression. So it is something that happens over a period of time. Depression is something that happens over a period of time. So it's something we should be conscious of, because looking at our world right now, there are many things that should make you depressed. There are many things that should push a person or that can push a person into depression, but you must be conscious and be aware of the fact that depression is real, and the devil capitalizes on it to begin to inject thoughts into your mind. And that is why you see things like people committing suicide. So some years back, I know of a woman who committed suicide because she felt, I'm just tired of this life. Maybe if I commit suicide, everything will be better. So I don't know where that kind of thought is coming from, that if you kill yourself, things will be better. How would you even know things will be better when you're no longer there again to see anything? So these are signs that, okay, maybe something might be happening around you. Sometimes you could be depressed and not even know that you're depressed. So sometimes you could be heading towards this path and you're not even aware that you're heading towards this path. Some time ago, back then when I was still in school, we had a lot of stories back then in my school, how young people, very young people, they will decide to take their own lives because probably your boyfriend broke up with you. These are students that their parents sent to school to study and come out with good grades. So they get into the university and get into relationships, and the relationship doesn't work out, and then the solution to that is to take their own lives. So this is not normal, because I don't see why a lady or a young man would just sit down and just decide of his own to take his life because it didn't work out in a relationship. Now, at that point in time, what is going through their minds is that, this is hopeless. What am I living for? And nothing else is going through your mind. Nothing else, if it doesn't work out today, it will work out tomorrow. Maybe he's not the one for me, she's not the one for me. Maybe now is not really the time for this, and this is just like a deliverance. Now, none of these positive thoughts will be going through your mind. At that point in time, the devil comes, because there's always a spirit behind depression. So the devil comes and begins to tell you, why don't you just end this thing? Once you end it, you won't be feeling this kind of pain that you're feeling anymore. And I do not know how that will solve the problem. Are you one of those people who has complex issues? You always feel like people are better than you. You always feel like every other person is better than you. You always, you're never good enough. You always have that feeling and that thought in your mind, I'm not good enough. He's better than me. She's better than me. These issues lead to depression. Now you get to a place in your life where you just do not ever feel good enough, so you can't raise your head anywhere. Even places that you should be a champion in, you find out that you are the last, not because you are supposed to be the last, but because you have entered this world of depression where you just don't really, you never feel up to it, you never feel good enough. Others can have it. There is nothing there for me. Feeling of hopelessness, fear, guilt, You are feeling guilty. Why are you feeling guilty? You feel like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. Why? Who gave it to you? Jesus did not give us the weight of the world to carry. It was not the plan. So if you are having all of these feelings, just know that it is a path that you're taking to depression, which is a very dangerous path. It is a very dangerous path. There is no path. The Bible says that will hope deferred maketh the heart sick. So if you're also one of those people who have you've had dreams, desires, aspirations, and you've not seen any of these things, and the amazing thing is that depression these days is no longer for those that are thinking about something, the adults, those that have families to feed. You have this, the nation, the country. Now we see even teenagers are being depressed. And so it is something to actually be really, really conscious about, because you see a young girl of 12 years, 13 years, 14 years telling you that they're depressed, that that you're tired of living, things are not working out, and you dare to think to yourself, what things? Because as a young person, as a teenager, you have your whole life ahead of you, and you see things like some teenagers taking sniper and killing themselves for really insignificant things. I know that these things are not normal, because it is only a spirit that will engineer such things. And so we will be talking about how to handle this thing called depression. Next week we'll be talking about the people in the Bible that experienced a little of this issue called depression, and how to handle it the biblical way. And there are practical ways that you can follow. We'll be talking about the practical ways too, but first of all we'll be talking about the biblical way, because if you've been following JSD, we don't just talk about things normal and natural. For everything to happen in the physical, there is something that went on in the realm of the spirit. So depression might look like a physical mental issue, but it is spiritual first, and it is the manifestation of what has happened in the realm of the spirit and in the realms of your mind that now materializes into what we call, and we term in English, depression. So we'll be dealing with how to handle this thing, how to handle depression the biblical way, and then some little practical ways that we can also help ourselves, as God will be helping us. Have an amazing Sunday. I know you were blessed. Goodbye.